So the time it took me to walk from Ben's feeding bowl back to my desk, he had already finished eating. He's a crazy kitty. Very hungry. There we go. Alright. Last we left off, we were about to go get Yojimbo, but I'm actually going to back up because we need Gil to get Yojimbo. So we're going to go back to the shop. Oh god. Chrono is falling. I'll have to fix him after stream. Get some more masking tape. If you make those bead sprites, they hold up on the wall for about, I'd say, a year almost with just a little strip of masking tape. But you have to replace it every so often. Better than getting that, like, wall mounting gum or anything like that. Reducing counter rate in the GameCube version. That is nice. I don't like random encounters anymore. Moved on. I get it. I understand why they exist. I feel like they're almost included now for the sake of nostalgia. I could do another one. They used to get done as a donation incentive, but after I set up Patreon, I kind of changed the incentive system. So maybe I could bring that back when I do my schedule pair down here. Let's just bring in Titus and Flea. So I'll have a better system for donation goals then. We've done 2 Beat Sprite tutorials so far. Hey Sunder Series, how you doing? Check them out on YouTube if you want to know how to make those cool video game sprites on the wall behind me. Anybody can do it. You do not have to be artistically minded. You just need about $20 and a hobby store. Pick them up. It's fun to do. It takes about an hour for a bead sprite the size of Mega Man. More like 4 hours for a bead sprite the size of that ridiculous Donatello. I did not anticipate how long that would take when we started making that one. Go back and see that on the stream. Alright, let's haste Kimahri. I think the ogre is moved against sleep, so I hope so. We kind of want to kill the dogs, though. They're a huge risk. Guess we could also just have Kimahri use, Oh, that's right, she got silenced. Crap. Let's use an Albed potion. Kimahri could use his overdrive to kill all of them instantly. He has a stone breath, which is really nice. Alright, so Titus, you've already acted. You're not particularly useful anymore. Could have Orin try to kill some of them with Dragon Fang, I guess. Maybe that'll kill the dogs. You'd be so lucky. Got it. Oh, they're dead. Didn't get an overkill, but death is cool too. Take it. I'll try blinding him. I mean, that'll be convenient. Then I can just punch him in the face after that. She's already active, so she doesn't have to do anything else. Try to get XP for some other people. Still working on getting Lulu her level 2 magic. Lancet lets her act again pretty quickly, I think. Hey, we caught another ogre. So we just got a new overdrive style. This game probably has my favorite implementation of the limit break building. I think 9 is the worst. 9 or 6. 6 had limit breaks where you would build limit break by being in critical hit points, which I thought was pretty sucky. 7 had it where you gain limit break whenever you took damage, which is workable, but I think my favorite model is this one where you can just set what you like. As you play the game, you unlock different ways to build your limit break. You start with whenever you take damage, you build it. When you kill a certain number of enemies, you get, whenever you kill an enemy, you build limit break. Whenever you deal damage, you build limit break. Whenever somebody dies, you build limit break. I think which Final Fantasy has the best actual limit breaks. That's a harder question to answer. I haven't done quite enough to kill it. Bring in Lulu. Alright, he's immune to fire. Does Lulu have Blizzara yet? No, Watera. Just Blizzard then. That might kill it, else Kimahri will kill it next time he punches it. Get another capture. Yeah, the party limit break is cool. I thought that was a neat concept. Everybody shares a bar in the party, and then, like, the effect of the limit break varies based on the class of the person who triggers it. That is a neat idea. Are there any fights that realistically use anything other than the DPS limit break, though? Slash, are there any fights that require one other than the DPS limit break? Probably, right? I need to do some sorting. I'm gonna sell almost all of my stuff because it's almost all sucky. Sort quick separately. Auto. Oh. Buy weapons. Sell. Avenger. Keep one of them. Just start by selling anything that I have duplicates of, or which is completely useless. Duplicates, and we'll sell the shittier one. These are useless. Ring, Seeker's Ring. Probably hold on to the other stuff in the meantime, though. That's cool. Yeah, I guess that's one place where they could try to improve it a little bit. Make it so there's not always, like, one correct option. I do like that everybody works together to build the meter. That's pretty fun. Ah. It's like you use the DPS limit break if things are going well, but you have this on the back end if you absolutely have to. What else we got to sell? Magic Arm Guard, regular Arm Guard, Thunder Moomba, Sleepy Ketchi. Hella bangles around here. It's a really nice alert bangle. Bright bangle. Can probably get away with selling more of these, but there we go. Oh, that's right. I guess you do have a difference between caster and melee limit breaks. I forgot about that. Alright, so how much gil do we have now? 189,000? I'll probably get up to 200,000 just from fighting enemies on the way to Yojimbo. The reason we did that is we need to use money to get this new summon. He's a summon where you pay him to do stuff for you. I'm surprised that they went ahead and made him Yojimbo instead of making him Gilgamesh, but probably because they wanted to have a little bit more serious of a story. When they include Gilgamesh, they try to hint at the fact that he's like the same Gilgamesh that's in every other Final Fantasy. Whereas this game, Shiva is like the product of the Fayth. All the summons in this game are the Fayth are conjuring them, so it wouldn't really make sense for Gilgamesh to be something that Yuna summons. I'm guessing that's what they did. He has a lot of similar attacks, though. He's got a dog with him, too. It makes me wonder if he, in the original, like, script for the game, if he was supposed to be Gilgamesh because he's so close. Kimahri. One-shot those guys now. Very exciting. Nice dodge from Orin. Let's throw a blizzard over here. We'll get some good enemy captures in this dungeon coming up here. Haste my dude. parry Kimahri. Way to go, Kimahri. Font of disappointment. Hey, Sunder Series, thanks for the follow. Good to have you. Hit him one more time would be a capture, I think, to bring somebody else to get XP. Let's get some XP for Yuna. See if we can steal some more fire gems. Nice, Spiky. That's a cool fight. Seriously, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy and not so much a fan of MMOs, you might want to check out Final Fantasy XIV. It is a very good game. Has a lot of content in there for Final Fantasy nostalgists. And it avoids a lot of the issues with MMOs in general. Not all of them, I must admit. That's a good way to put it, Spiky. It needs to tone down on the questing a little bit. I don't know if that's something that their team's ever going to consider, because right now their new player experience is really bad. They have this, like, amazing... Like, everything in the game is awesome from probably the 10-hour mark onward, but those first 10 hours are just a slog. And there's not a lot in the game telling a player why they should stick with it and keep going. It'd be cool if they ever focused on some content to help with that, because it is so good. You just got to get through that beginning part. I hear a lot of that's just they have a lot of holdover content from 1.0 before it was a good game. That and maybe reduce the like fetch questing a little bit, but like the core content, the stuff that makes it Final Fantasy XIV, you know, the fights with the summons and the dungeon design, all very, very cool. It's close to the point where you can complete the whole story. Yukupo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Don't spend any sphere points if you would until later tonight. I'll get you set up with a VIP bonus. Thanks for giving me a heads up too. Patreon doesn't have an API, so it doesn't give me a heads up if somebody subscribes. Thank you. Yeah, you get some discounts when you vote. Get you access to our Google group. We try to send out some announcements, open ideas for the stream to feedback, that kind of a thing. Fuck. So we really want to kill that thing using a steel command. Let's bring in Orin. Thanks, Chaos. What's up, Light? Check their website. I think they said they were working on adding a API at some point. It's Patreon. Set something up right, do like a little dance for somebody subscribes. Woo! Yeah, you get a slot. I'll get you set up with a spreadsheet and everything and send out the details to you, Yukubo. If you would, shoot me an email with your, or you have to, a Twitch message or a message on Patreon with your email address so I can get you added to everything. Get you set up so you can edit the sub-block tab and add your own game. You'll have a really high chance to get your game played when you're brand new as a subscriber. What's up, random Yevon dude with a sword? Oh, he's a Crusader, not a Yevon dude. Let's see. A sub-block is nice because it's a chance for you to throw a game on the schedule that, like, doesn't really necessarily need to be played all the way through. You can do that too. I know that Cappy's had a lot of success with getting me to do Xenosaga 1 hour at a time, which is really awesome. But I like, if there's a game that doesn't really make sense for a full playthrough, but it would be cool to check out for like an hour, it's a good time to throw it on there. Which, by the way, Cappy, Xenosaga this Thursday. Bringing it back. Xenosaga's been great. That brought in people. Got a whole like small streamer support group going on with her, playing D&D together probably this weekend. Alright, about time. Yeah, right, baby choo-choo. I never used Kimahri either, but I think Spiky's got it exactly right. The reason why you normally wouldn't is that he's non-specialized by design. So why would you use a non-specialized character? He's only so good in my party because, like, all of my other characters have a gimped specialization, so they're actually bad as a result. I'm going to bring in Yuna instead. We'll use Train, I think. It's up to you. I know that it's asking a lot for people to put aside money every month for somebody who plays video games on, basically on TV. So I really appreciate it. If you have the money, thank you. If you don't, it's no worries. Just happy to have you here, hanging out, either just chilling in chat, lurking, that's your preference. This is a zero obligation stream. Did I really have her do anything? I guess I could have her haste Waka. Cool beans, Cappy. These things weak against sleep. Awesome. I haven't watched TV, like, broadcast TV in a long time. Usually the time I get exposed to it is when I go to, like, relatives' houses, and they have it running, and I'm like, oh yeah, these are what commercials are like. These are weak against blind. They are weak against blind. Nice. See if we can get Lulu in here for some sick XP. Cool. Let's move Waka around here. Titus, Cure. Yeah, right, Yukipo. I imagine that there's like a bit of a, what do you call it, a positive feedback loop there, where they do targeted advertising to people who actually watch broadcast television, and a big chunk of people don't even watch broadcast television anymore, so fewer and fewer ads are being targeted to that kind of person, the kind of person who doesn't watch regular TV. That might just be observation bias. It might not be that ads are getting progressively dumber and dumber. Appreciate that, Chaos. Thanks to y'all's support, I will be able to continue streaming for sure once I get a job next year in February. It'll be a shorter schedule, but it's not unreasonable that we could hit the next milestone, which is basically, the milestones are configured based on the bills that I have to pay every month. So it's like, how many bills is Twitch paying for, streamers, or people on Patreon paying for? If we get up to that next tier, I can do 3 hours instead of 2 hours, that'd be cool. But if not, we'll stream no matter what, and we'll try to put a bigger focus on stuff that's been voted on the spreadsheet. Let's haste Titus. Nice dodge. Less nice of a dodge. Actually, complete lack of a dodge. Son of a bitch. Hey, I'm gonna get Yuna. What would I have her do? Do you guys have anything worth stealing? High potion, gross. I already have like 99 of those. Alright, we'll bring in Kimahri. I could have him do his thing. So if I'm gonna do that, I should let everybody else attack first, so... Just do Dark Blustering him. Reduce the risk of failure here.
So, how shall we do this?
It'll come back. So before I'd found the excellent niche that is Smash Brothers once a week, my free play day was like picking a random console, like say, hey, today's Super Nintendo Day, and then playing viewer-suggested Super Nintendo games for about 10 minutes at a time, the full hour. They sometimes have X Potion Pocket Squish. It's good to know. How you doing, by the way? What's up, Yogumi? Let's use that potion. And we can probably bring in Kimahri to finish them up. Maybe Orin hasn't acted, but I can live without. Getting some bonus XP here. Mario Maker runs its course. Haha! Probably unintended, right? Yep, think about it. Let's see. $14 I don't think is going to be on Wednesdays for a while. Is there a save point inside here? I don't think so. There's a shortcut to get back out, though. So this is. Alright, so we want to pick all these up since we're here anyway, we may as well. Titus, haste action. Nope, I still plan on doing Mario Maker every Wednesday, Yukupo. Can these things be sleeped? Probably not. Slept? Sleeped? Affected by the sleep ability? Okay. Alright. Kimahri. Probably find out how many hit points these things have. Oh, there we go. Asked and answered, Your Honor. Can they be put to sleep? There you go. That's how we want to phrase it. Fix yourself. So the sun is shining on my face. Get this wonderful bloom effect right now, right? That's thanks to our cats. Specifically Ben knocking over the screen and destroying it yesterday. Try to get like a curtain or something. That'd probably be a better solution than screen. Let's bring in Orin. You were right, Andrew. I was wrong. AMA 4483 is my wife. Oh, don't everybody fall asleep. That's what I asked you not to do, game. Let's just do one thing. I guess unit resistant. It's much shorter than it usually is in real life. Usually it's, tell me what I want to hear, Dylan. You were right, Andrea. How right? So right. How wrong were you? So wrong. Let's bring in Walk. Oh, dang. Well, no, I think we're okay. Get some XP from Waka. Just pass. Chunk. And we got an overkill bonus. God, the sun is directly in my left eye. Damn it, Ben. I'll go on Amazon and grab a curtain or something. Just absolutely blessed. I mean, blessed might be too weak of a word. Am I going the wrong way? You know? Okay, well, what's the right way? This is the right way. I guess we got a strength node for my white mage character. I'll move it right way after this. That's true, Yukupo. See, always looking on the bright side. Shut-in who hates the sun. Cappy has it right. I mean, it's the terrible day star, right? It's not my fault your world orbits around a giant ball of fire. Right, Yukubo. Always look on the dogs. Ooh. Alright. How does this guy work again? Usually you have to feed him elixirs. In this one, there's a correct eye you can hit, and you get a bunch of stuff for it. There might be several correct ones and one wrong one. Bingo. Indiana's pretty close. I've lived in either side of it. In Chicago, and then in Ohio. Bingo. Looks so different. Phoenix. I think one of them is bad. Alright, Yukubo. Needed to regenerate your sanity playing Amnesia. Who do I really want to get? I'm gonna guess the bottom right. Incorrect. Was the center eye. 3 out of 5 is not bad though. Whoa! Good thing Kimahri was out. Can you get AP from those fights in this game, or is it really just getting items? I could have sworn that if you did something right in this one, you could get, like, permanent AP. Or something to that effect. I found a chest. I found a chest. I found a chest. Hey, 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 hey. Just items in this one.
What's a Fayth doing in a place like this?
Don't ask me.
They say it was stolen from a temple long ago.
Huh?
Cool idea.
With no faith, summoners cannot train. Without training, they cannot call the final Aeon.
This is one of those things where, like, you develop the rules of your universe that, okay, there's these temples and they have these faith and the summoners have to visit the temples. So having, like, a cave where a faith got stolen from a temple is a natural level design that comes out of that. I like stuff that does that, that starts with this basic set of rules. Heck yeah, Puckus
Without the
Fish.
final Aeon, they cannot defeat sin.
Gonna have stream vote on what to name Yojimbo.
That is why.
'Cause then the summoner won't die.
There you go, Riku.
That must be what the thief was thinking.
World integrity. Verisimilitude. It's another good word that means that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Pockets.
I kinda
Word of the day. Damn, that's a good word. Alright, let's just have everybody out who's got a ton of hit points. Is there anything you get really good from these things? Are they worth even fighting? Yes, we do, Andrea. The foster cat that we're hosting Pauli. It's Pauli, named for the physicist. Because his name is Polly, and Dre calls him Polly Pocket. So you'll see in the XKTD graph that shows like inanity of statements graphed against proximity to a cat. The closer you are to Polly, the more likely Andrea is going to go from being mostly well-spoken scientist to being, oh, who's the kitty? Who's the pocket? Polly is the one who is the pocket. You just run from them. Gotcha. Looks like they don't give you anything particularly exciting in this one. Earlier games, they're usually a really good source of experience in the endgame. It's too bad. Riku, you're on Kiraga duty. Hey, Skyhawk. How you doing? Cool, Dark Star. I'll try to load up real quick. I've already fought these things a few times. If it's killed, it gives nothing. Great. I found a chest. I found a chest. We need a level 3 keys here. They're the really rare ones in this one. Oh, grats. Do you have any games that you're looking forward to be playing, Skyhawk, that you couldn't play before? Okay. So, cast haste, you can go twice. Second move can be to disable the Machina. Kinda want Kimahri to capture the imp there. Hit Titus. That's not Titus. It's not Titus at all. Just use a top bed potion. And then next time I get a chance, I gotta buy a whole shitload of those. I'm starting to run low now. They're very useful. Nice. Strong hit. For my dude. The all-star team carry of this game. Cool, Skyhawk. Sounds awesome. Alright. Quacko learning stuff. Pass.
So, how shall we do this?
We get some XP for Orin. Guess he can sometimes steal an X potion, right? This is the word of the pocket. Come on, Riku. X potion. That was not an X potion. Oh yeah, that's the stuff they added to Xbox Live to compete with the PSN thing. That's pretty cool. Orin's close to having Mug. When he gets it, I'll try to give it to somebody else. Maybe I'll give it to Kimahri since he attacks all the time. Yeah, that's the ticket. Alright, Kimahri, you're doing a skill sphere. Skill sphere. We're doing Mug. Rock and roll. Since he's always physically attacking anyway. I think he can still capture when he mugs as well. Perfect Dark Zero. Nice. I do look forward to doing Rare Replay. That's probably where I'll do Banjo-Kazooie once that gets voted up. Cool. But he's not healed to full. Just Kimahri. Way to go, Kimahri. Right. Similar enemy type. These dudes... I think these things have a chance of petrifying you, which I am decidedly not a fan of. To that end, I'm going to bring out Yuna, because she is immune to petrification. But my guess is They're gonna do enough damage or to just kill her in one hit anyway, and it's not gonna matter. Let us mug. Soft, it's less exciting. Might be thinking of a different enemy that does the petrification though. Yeah, you mentioned that. That's really cool. I already asked you this, Skyhawk. You bear with me because I forget your answer. They can petrify. Shit. Let's bring someone else in to use a soft. How long is a Banjo-Kazooie speedrun? Like, are you doing like 100% or any percent? Well, I feel like Banjo-Kazooie should probably be 100%, right? Killing dudes, that's what Kimahri does. Other party members are super gimped, yeah. If you're new to the stream, I am playing the HD re-release for the PS3, which comes with the Expert Sphere Grid. And I was super stoked. I'd never used the Expert Sphere Grid before. I was like, man, I played this game so much. I want to try building the characters differently. Like, I'm going to try making Waka into a black mage. Try making Lulu into status effect attacker like Waka usually is. It's going to be awesome. Turns out you shouldn't do that. That's a really bad decision, because all of the characters have innate traits that make them very well suited to whatever their God-given role is. It's actually very fatalist and depressing. Don't think so, Mega Man. Can you use it on the magic pots? Let's try sleeping this thing. Alright. Optional super boss is fine. Thank you for asking. Usually I just ask that you ask. Can I have him steal from him? I don't know what it gives. Oh, you're fine in pockets. Oh, right, Ultima. I forgot about that. Yeah, no problem. I guess for that one you can just say the optional dungeon. I'm gonna sleep again. Though you might be close to killing him already. I guess not. Get some XP for some more folks. Let's do Cuna. There's a few stronger than Nemesis, aren't there? Aren't most of the Dark Aeons stronger than Nemesis? Was it Penance, I think it is? Yeah. I did beat Nemesis in my back in the day playthrough. Will not be doing that in this playthrough, in the interest of time. Dark Buster this thing. It's a lot of hit points. There's a large number of hit points. You haven't beaten it yet, Yukiko? Overkill, look at that. Let's see. Well, what does he drop? I probably won't be doing any Dark Aeons in this playthrough just in the interest of time. 10's already pretty long compared to a lot of the other Final Fantasy games. Hunting. That is a famous sword from myth and legend. That's why I remember that one. I think there's another version of it that increases your overdrive in certain cases. You want to have it for some of those boss fights. Oh, that's cool, Chaos. Was it Zantetsuken? Or his version of Zantetsuken, the one that's an instant kill? But it's got like an absurd chance to occur. Effectively 0. Nope. Let's not go the wrong way. Always on it, Kami. There you go. Is this full life? No, it's regen. It's also decent. Ow. And we avoided the party wipe from not having anyone immune to petrify. That could have happened here. Gotta have Titus out all the time. Because he can always go first, even if we get ambushed. Zangetsu in this one? Yeah. Gotcha. Kimahri, and then Riku, let's get your Kiraga. Go. I found a chest. Hey, there's a save point up there. Where is Titus on his board? Already passed this guy? Okay. His fortune spheres are hard to come by. Zanmato. Ambushed, huh? Lucky for y'all. Probably gonna just run from anything that doesn't have an enemy we've killed before. You want to take the extra time to capture those. Yeah, I thought it was Zantetsuken, the same as, was it Odin? All-Father, Norse mythology. Sacrifice his eye to the well of Mimir to gain wisdom. Oh, secret Albed primer. Let's go away. Hey, these guys. I think they count for the Calm Lands, actually. Alright. We have 200,000 gills, so we should have enough to get Yojimbo. Yojimbo. There's some kind of trick to this, right? I remember you get a good item if you can, like, triple his asking price, but I don't think I can afford to do that right now.
Pap, another Guado fiend?
How much to
No,
offer
an Unsent.
Yojimbo? Choose the third option to spend the least gil.
It's you, is it not, Lady Ginnem? Forgive me. I was too young.
Guess it's 571,000 gil. I wanted to get the teleport spheres, but I'll live without them. It's fine.
There is no human left in you now, is there?
All right.
Very well then. Allow me to perform my last duty to you. My last as your guardian.
Here we go. Really cool summon animation too. Yeah, I don't have 500,000 to get that, so we'll live without it. Ace yourself. Ace Kimahri. Best day on. Pretty awesome, I agree. Yeah, so I could have seen this being Gilgamesh before they decided how exactly they wanted to handle this. Right, because he's got a dog, he uses different sword techniques, he's a mercenary. Lots of ways that Gilgamesh would have made sense. Immune to sensors. Anyway. Trying to hear that. Half his price plus 1. Can try that. He's effectively cannon fodder in a game where you don't have a shitload of extra gil, but it's still useful to have another target, especially for a boss fight coming up kind of soonish, where the enemy can just dismiss our Aeons at will. You get a better chance for his special when you summon him, depending on how much you give him. That's interesting, Pockets. Looking at a Game of Hickey's forum thread here that has suggestions. I think he can survive one more attack. Then we can try doing another Mega Flare. Funsies. Right, that. Nice. Asking price plus 1. Yeah, I don't have the X potions for it though, Mega Man, fortunately. Try to bring other people in to get some XP from this fight. It's not particularly difficult, so. Alright, let's do Orin. He's almost dead too. And don't think you can actually hit him with any of these. Try mugging him. Nothing to steal. Sure. Iku. Do Waka. And then Lulu. Bring Titus back. Well, no. No, let's do Riku. She's got more health, just in case something bad happens, you know? We'll use Kiraga. Let's bring in Elsa. Ice Queen. Here, let me open stream poll real quick to name. You guys have ideas for names for Yojimbo? I think Chaos has McSlashy as one. Open a voting poll so you guys can vote on it. Sec. What should we name Yojimbo? Mugen? That's pretty good. Sorry. Cool. Got 3 more to fill in here while I finish them off. Hey, Jimbo. You got room for one more if anyone's got another one. Kenshin. Alright. Just do Lonk in there. Now you can check your SP with exclamation point SP. I'll give everybody 1 to vote with. I think everyone already has 1 in this chat. You can vote multiple times if you have the points to afford it. Diamond Dust might kill him. She'll survive, take 2 hits. Overkill, look at that. That's what we want to see.
Strange. I thought it would be sadder somehow. Maybe I've gotten used to farewells.
I'll show them off here in a second.
You're stronger now.
Waka, I hope you're right.
Believe Valifor is Birdman. Ifrit is a Thai dish shoe,
The Fayth is inside.
which is set up as a way to
Go
trick
do
me
what you
into
came to
pronouncing
do.
Tidus's name the way I think it's supposed to be pronounced. Chat voted on naming Tidus Teedus. So if you hear me say it the other way, gotta give you all Sir points. Achieved its aim. We named Ixion Marstead was the vote. Yeah, I'll repost the vote details. Nope, I've played this game a few times. This is my first time doing the HD remaster. A little bummed out by the remastered soundtrack. Kind of want to go back to the save point real quick, just in case we screw up the negotiation for some reason. If you're new to the stream, welcome. I'm Marstead. I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome single-player game ever made, knowing that there's too many awesome games to play them all. We're trying anyway. In addition to Final Fantasy, if you check the schedule, we're also working through the Metroid series, Zelda, Valkyria Chronicles, Mass Effect, Legend of Legaia. It's a rad game, we're playing it. If you're just here for Final Fantasy, that's cool. We'll be back. We're playing it Mondays and Fridays, typically. Mondays and Tuesdays. After 10 is done, we'll sub in another Final Fantasy. We've already beaten 6, 5, 7, 9. I'll probably do 4 next. Yeah, that's how I usually pronounce it too, Knight. I'm gonna keep that poll running until I get into the Chamber of the Fayth. Pretty sure I'd already saved there, but I just gotta save excessively. Haste himself. Bringing Kimahri, try to capture the same. We didn't bump into any Tomberries. I wonder if 10-2 will be better or worse if we put some distance between it and 10. It's really not that bad. Like, gameplay-wise, 10 is outstanding. It's just the story is atrocity. Why did they set this in the same universe? You know? I'm even okay with it being J-pop-ish. Why is it 10-2? Why isn't it Final Fantasy J-pop Adventure?
You couldn't reach the far plane.
That could be great. I would play the shit out of Final Fantasy J-pop Adventure. Nice, baby choo-choo. Andrea tried to defend it. Yeah, she's had a hard life. She deserves to have a good time. Jump's not gonna kill it, I don't think. I want Kimahri to deal the killing blow, but he's not doing a lot of damage per hit right now. He's probably more weak against magic. Try having people come in and cast, like, Drain on him. That would help. Oh wait, it's undead. That was a bad decision. Oh, it actually worked. Huh. Drain usually doesn't work that way with undead enemies. It does the opposite of what you would expect it to do. Class system is so good. The battle system, the mechanics of 10-2 are outstanding. And the story even would have been fine if it just don't set it in this universe. It's incongruent. Cheer? Yes. Alright, hit a little harder. Right, Chaos. It's weird because this game, while it has silly moments, is definitely one of the more serious Final Fantasies. Very grim from beginning to end. Who is it? Yuna is the one that has Censor? Okay. Alright, go hit him a couple more times. Good. Ow! One more hit. There it is. Capture the ghost. Kimahri ain't afraid of no ghost. One more shot. You want to vote? You haven't voted yet. There are the commands. Looks like... check to see who's winning right now. Yojimbo is winning with 2, I think. That's what we're gonna take. Titus? Where are we? We're sending him down. He goes east, I think that's Waka's path. I want to get him to Hastega on the double. Was what I meant to do. Yojimbo. Flexible arm. That's Riku? Yeah, okay. Those are good. They're kind of hard to find. The items that have 4 blank spots on them, you want to save those until the end game and you craft a bunch of cool stuff on them. I think one of these rooms, there's all these theories about which rooms in this dungeon have the highest rate of Tonberry encounters. I don't think there's any actual proof one way or the other. We're playing Final Fantasy X for another 1 hour. Said it will return next week. Probably Tuesday. Monday's gonna be Zelda. Tuesday will be the regular schedule. Wednesday will be free play. Thursday will be Undertale, and then Friday will be Mass Effect and Valkyria Chronicles and Subblock. Tentatively. The first time actually seeing her pray to the Fayth and what all happens as a result of that. Guess we kind of walked in on her talking to Bahamut, the Bahamut Fayth, who's the same kid in the little purple hood that's like following Titus around at the beginning of the game.
I am the Blade of Vengeance. They dare only whisper my name. Yojimbo.
You mean Yojimbo?
Summoner, I ask you, what do you want of me? If you desire my strength, you must pay my price. Make your offer.
He's got a regular dog.
Do we have a deal?
What's he doing with his money?
Do we have a deal?
That's... I think this one you don't have to go all the way down, or it's a little bit better if you go a little higher.
No deal.
What?
Next time.
Sometimes you get that. Lose any money, right? Yeah, we'll try leaving and coming back. It's easy enough to get out of here. I guess sometimes you can get away with doing slightly less for the final offer, or you can just pay him the 200,000. Try that again. Gotta make it rain. That's what Yojimbo does. He goes to, like, ghost Fayth strip clubs. Throws the gill in the air, though I take it that gill are like coins, they don't have paper money. He makes it pelt. Throwing change everywhere. Whacking him with Daiguro.
If you desire my... Make your offer.
125.01.
Do we have it?
Oh, I see. This is where I was supposed to do it. I did make a mistake. You can get an ultimately cheaper price if you make him a higher counteroffer here.
Do we have a deal? Do we have a deal?
Okay. Oh, I'm just short of being able to afford that. He's gonna say no deal, and we're gonna try again. I think we can get away with doing it for exactly 200,000, but I gotta just pony up. I guess you can get it as cheap as 190,000, depending on how you aim everything out there. But there's some RNG element to whether he accepts or declines. So we'll do it this last time, we'll get him. Looks like we're going to be naming him Yojimbo based on votes. Close that out. Great. I think I can do it without having to do any fights. I'm just not going to do the fancy counteroffer times 0.7 method. It's in this Game FAQs thread I'm reading. Do we have a deal? Alright, come on, Yojimbo. Let's do this.
If you desire my strength, you must pay my price. Make your offer.
Okay. 125. 1.
Do we have a deal?
$112? Is that right? Yeah.
No deal.
What? Can't turn me down after the second offer. I might need to soft reset. He might be pissed at me for like continually redealing with him. If he doesn't accept that second counteroffer again after this one, I'll load my save. That's why I made one, just in case. We'll lose out on the ghost I think we captured, but not the end of the world. It's a great movie, Pockets. I hope you all have seen Too Long Fu. Thanks for everything. It's a outstanding film featuring, was it John Leguizamo, Wesley Snipes, and who else in drag? Good movie. John Leguizamo, Luigi. Did you hear how like depressed John Leguizamo and oh man, what's his name? Actor's name Bob.
Strength, you must pay my price. your
Hoskins.
offer.
Of course. Roger Rabbit. We want to do 125,001.
Do we have a deal?
112,501.
Do we have a deal?
There we go, I can afford that. 202,502, sure. Dang, dude.
Adequate. You are my client
Woo!
henceforth.
Adequate.
My sword shall guard you on your journeys.
Good enough, and that's what we want here on the stream. Just acceptable. Oh man, I'm glad there's space for it. I got worried for a second. Yojimbo. Woo! All about the money. Hey, you guys can see my achievements. That's cool. Can't do that on Steam. UI is separate. Yeah, Andrea, exactly. D for degree. Good enough. Yup. I have no money. That was even... Well, I guess there's still a lot of stuff that I could sell. Like, I just sold duplicates. Sure, Darkstar. Crossing the bridge. Heading up the mountain. Here's where I'm tempted to turn off the game music and, like, just play a YouTube loop of the original soundtracks, Mount Gagazet. But it's my favorite track, and the remaster version butchered it. Makes me sad.
Sometimes Yuna would just stare off into the distance. I finally understood why.
Don't leave us in suspense, Titus.
She was saying goodbye to the places she'd never see again.
So all of the, like, narration from Titus is taking place in that scene that we keep seeing in the opening cutscene where he's sitting there at a campfire with everybody else. Mm-hmm. Right pockets. Gagazet. We gotta catch all the Gagazet monsters. Should look up and see what they are so I don't leave here before we have all of them. Hey, it's the Ronso brothers.
Summoner Yuna and Guardians, leave here at once.
This guy's a maester. He left the church, though. They were being dicks.
Gagazet is Ronso land, sacred mountain of Yevon. The mountain will not bear the footsteps of infidels.
Enemy of Yevon is enemy of Ronso. Leave, traitors!
I have cast aside Yevon. I follow the temple no more.
So I just remembered there's a solo boss fight coming up where you play as Kimahri, and I'm usually super underleveled for that, and it's actually kind of hard. But not this time, motherfuckers. Yeah, right, Knight and I were on the same page mentally.
So be
Usually I'm
it.
like, Jesus, this fight.
Yevon has
ass
warped the
kicked.
teachings and betrayed us all.
Nothing but a bunch of low-down tricksters, eh?
Yeah!
We have no regrets.
Blasphemers!
Y'all need to chill out. Like that Kimahri's a short one.
Her and her guardians.
Yeah, right.
Lord
Just spam lance it,
Gagazet,
especially
if I
since he's gonna be fine.
Have you not also turned your back on Bavel?
But still, you guard Gagazet as a Ronso, not a maester.
Like
Yuna
the
did much
spell
the same.
doom? How's that work? Usually on the sphere grid, right? Oh, you mean if I had Lancet the Ghost? Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. Forgot it was a blue magic spell in this game.
No escape, not one.
Right. I should be able to get it
we
from
will
next
not
boss
flee.
fight, though.
We will fight and continue on.
You have been branded a traitor, but still you would fight sin. Lost to the temple, hated by the people, yet you continue your pilgrimage? Everything lost. What do you fight for?
I fight for Spira.
Yeah.
The people long for the calm. I can give it to them. It's all I can give. Defeating sin, ending pain.
Get them to use all their stuff
This
pockets.
I can do.
Okay. I like Yuna. He's got kind of a halting line delivery style, but he's a good character.
Even sacrificing yourself.
They gotta get that white wind. Although less important in this game than it is in some other Final Fantasies. It's really good in Final Fantasy V.
Let them pass.
It's my main way of healing my party.
Summoner Yuna, your will is stronger than steel. Tempered steel that even the mightiest Ronso could not hope to bend. Yuna, we bow to your will. Now go. The sacred heights of Gagazet welcome you.
Yeah, I think that an overdrive was the only way they could have fit blue magic into this game.
We thank
It's
you.
unfortunate. They couldn't have put it on the sphere grid, really. The whole idea is that you're learning it from enemies. Saving the game. Going up the mountain. Alright, so enemies we need to capture are Bandersnatch, Ahriman, Darkflan, Grenade, Rat, Grendel, Bashura, Mandragora, Behemoth, Splasher, Oculus, and Mailspike. Don't need to worry about imps or nidhogs. They count for the stolen cavern.
Biran and Yenke gone.
I wonder what they're up to. It's probably nothing.
Biran is hero of Ronso. Yenke is powerful warrior.
Great. I hope we don't have to fight them.
Kimahri must fight. Kimahri must win.
Summoner Yuna's words, they ring clear in my soul. Small voice, small frame, but a will that towers over Gagazet's peak.
I'm glad they chose to not have all of the Ronso be dicks, right? Or not all the Maesters be dicks. Most of them are dicks. Behemoth, shit. Oh, they broke Kimahri's horn. That's why he wants to fight them. Behemoth is one of several biblical references. Final Fantasy. Also Leviathan. Both Behemoth and Leviathan from the Book of Job.
Haven't you bothered us enough?
Summoner may pass. Guardians may pass. Kimahri not pass.
Man, don't be a dick.
Kimahri shame Ronso brothers. Kimahri forget his birth.
I'm about to try to scan him.
Forget his people. Forget his mountain.
Could also just look up
Little
their
Ronso.
stats.
Weakling Ronso. Mountain hate the weak. Hate the small. If you will climb, then I must prove my strength. Think you will win? You not forget who took your horn. Never forget.
Oh, there's stats change based on Kimahri's stats. That's
Never beat Brother Biran.
that's kind of a bad
Never
thing.
win.
It might actually be really dangerous then.
I will win.
Why, you... This some kind of Ronso thing?
Yes.
Kimahri problem.
Let's go. Let's get what we can out of these dudes.
Biran rend you asunder. Hornless, hornless.
Leonardo doesn't know how to use rendering software. Alright, well that's not so bad. Guessing I can't scan them. I can try. I think I have it. No, I don't even have scan, so that makes life easy. Just lanced both of them. Hey, look, there's Doom. No big deal. No, you're fine, Pockets. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to have you. People talking in chat. It sounds like it, yeah. Since their health scales according to yours. I don't know what drives whether we pull something when we lance it or not, or if you can just spam lance it the whole fight to learn things. Ow. Keep alternate lancering then. It might be that I need to use my overdrive on one of them first. Or do I think I have them all except for White Wind. Giving him what to be safe? I mean, I think we're gonna be fine. Got all kinds of items we can use. Beat all. Oh, once they use them? Okay. Guess Doom you just get automatically because they'll never cast that. No, I've got haste is on my, haste is on Titus. That's okay, though. They can't defend each other if I have them on opposite sides, though. Benefits. Could use Drain, get some HP back. Yeah, there we go. Be the better way to fight, actually. Could also get White Wind by different methods. I think that the Harimon might teach it to you. What enemy usually gives you White Wind in this game? We got plenty. We can do this all day. They can't keep up with my Drain.
This is the strength of Kimahri.
Correct. Hey, there he is.
Weak Ronso should know their place.
Let's try to lance it from them. Marty Guard first. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch just in case that happens. Help out a little bit. There they are. Now we're done. Dark Clan. Looks like we got both of them now. So might go ahead and proc Mighty Guard actually. And it should be pretty easy to finish off after that, I think. Nope. Try again. No, that's the effects of shell, I guess. They're on the same side, we don't want to physically attack. That's the whole shtick here. Nice. Alright, now they're on the same side, so we want to start using Drain again, or we can let them bulldoze past us and hit them that way. We gotta probably do a Drain here soon anyway. Unless if he, okay. Unless if he runs through us again. Overkill's gonna be rough. Although I could try using some of these. Oh, level 3 key sphere. Man, those are the really rare key spheres in this game. They're actually rarer than level 4. Stealing more from these guys if possible. Alright. I'm just gonna keep hitting Mug from now on. When they're not on the same side anyway. Yeah, it's good to know. I didn't even realize that was a thing in this fight. They're such a pain in the ass to find for whatever reason. I think it's just an oversight on the part of Square. Pretty sure it wasn't intentional. First heal is 2. Cool. I'll try to keep mugging him then. They immune to all status effects? Probably, right? Immune to sleep, darkness, silence. Yeah. Okay. Because I can mug them without risk of killing them if I have them on the same side. Doing that. Probably end up having to use an ether. Mug is not cheap. Another one. Biran Ronso cannot be captured.
You will pay for this.
I won't pay for shit. I get it, now you're pissed. Big D. I think he actually hits a little bit harder once Biran dies. Yeah, you keep bulldozing. Hella key spheres. We'll be set for a while. I don't think we have anyone who's near a level 3 key sphere node, but we can back up and try to look for one. That one actually hurts. But we can get it back with Drain. We got something like 4 of them. It's not bad. Alright, GG. Don't think I should have played the victory fanfare there. Not exactly appropriate. I guess we can all be excited for Kimahri.
Strong is Kimahri. Biran is happy.
So I guess you want the overkill, so you get 4 friend spheres. They let you teleport around the sphere grid to other people's nodes.
Sacred Mount Gagazet.
You need a lot, but just having 1 is a big deal because I didn't have any before.
The name of strong warrior who defeats Biran. Remember always, Gagazet. That name is Kimahri.
Mountain knows Kimahri strong. Kimahri may pass.
Summoner, we Ronso will stop pursuers from temple.
Truly?
Penance for breaking Kimahri's horn long ago.
We crush enemies following behind.
Kimahri crush enemies standing.
Yep, I lanced at everything.
You are most fortunate,
So I think
Summoner.
Kimahri has all of the
I thank you.
blue magic in the game now.
Will shine your statue brightest.
Hey, Grey Kiryaga,
Thank
how you
you.
doing?
But I fear that no one will make a statue for a traitor such as I am.
Then Ronso will make.
With grand horn on head.
Oh man, you get it? Because she's a summoner.
Would be wonderful.
That's a cool little nod to Final Fantasy nerds like me. Summoners have had the whole horn on their head. Is that
I
that
wanted
goes back to
see
Final
Yuna's
Fantasy
statue
3,
too,
right?
But I wanted to see it. With Yuna by my side.
FF3 for the NES. I think they had a horn. Right. Yeah, so I think we can check what he's got. I guess there's one other one. Maybe there's only 2 slots though. FF3 was in Final Fantasy 5 after that. I didn't do anything with Summoner Horn in 6. It was a major plot point in 9. It's in Tactics.
Summoner Yuna.
What's up, dude?
What is it this time?
Beautiful. We need to back up and hit that save point. Don't have bad breath yet. No, next time I hit a Malboro, I'll take it. That's what I'm missing. Good call. I think it was right when you were having connection issue, buffering issue. Cool. Bad breath should be easy. I think there's a greater Malboro or something on the way upstairs. Like in the cave that's immediately after Mount Gagazet, I want to say. They should all sing together more often. Don't let Biran and Yenke go on their own. They're the Allison Hannigan of this Song of the Fayth musical. Yes, they are. Regular Malboros already have like 22,000 hit points or something ridiculous. It's like greater Malboros are even nastier. I think they're the one that can open the fight by just bad breathing immediately, right? They tend to ambush you, and their first action is bad breath. So if you don't have Tidus in the front of the party, you might be hosed. They either spawn in this next area after Mount Gagazet or they're in the Omega Ruins. Nope. I would be more than willing to do the Omega Ruins, but the word around the office is that they made them harder in this version. They weren't really a big deal at all in the original release. They were, I'd even say they were comparably difficult to some of the main bosses. But if they're actually way harder now, then I'm not gonna bother. Oh man, bunch of new things to capture. Base is strong. Haste on. We get anyone to go more than once before they get to go? Here's not. Is it just an HP boost, or does he do a whole bunch more damage too on top of it? Alright. Silence. Yeah, same here, Chaos. Everything in the Omega Ruins was pretty easy, but then it was the monster arena that was hard, and I think they changed this version. If it's the regular enemies, I could still go there because there's a lot of good chests and things to find in the Omega Ruins, so it's probably not a bad idea to go there anyway. New Orin having to start mugging these things.
This ends now.
3 remedies. Take it. Seems they're immune to sleep. Rob's not. Yeah, sure, go for it. Anyway. Everybody in here. Let's try stealing from the Bashara. Desi Bashara. Bashara. Yep, I would like to do all the secret aeons. Since they're not very hard to do. And they're cool. These guys ought to be weak against fire, right? Sea burst. He's asleep still, right? Cool. That's one. Let's get Waka in here. Maybe you can sleep buster the other one. Yeah, you gotta open the chest in a goofy order. Really silly. I might do that, we'll see. We'll see how much time it takes. I remember the encounter rate in the Omega Ruins is just, it's ridiculous. It's way higher than it has any good reason to be. Heck yeah, Sean. God, Kimahri. Everybody else does almost no damage. Carry unit. We want to do Mug a couple times. And we'll end with a Sleep Buster. Keep him from acting. Chunk. He gets right back up, that's fine. Almost dead. Let me bring in Yuna and check his health. Yeah, I hear that, Marco. Yeah, thanks, Knight. The next boss is one of several of the people quit the game or get stuck bosses that I've mentioned on stream before. I think we'll be okay. We have a bunch of corpses we can throw at him in the form of all of our Aeons. I love you so much, Aeons, which are basically corpses to me. After this next boss that Knight is referring to, there's one more boss after that that's a place people get stuck pretty easily, and then we're pretty much home free after that. That'd be cool. I can figure out what items it requires. That would be fun for exploring around in the game. I think I remember that. No encounters. You need to have some item to craft it on your weapons. Alright, y'all can remove these. Okay, see you soon, Andrea. Ooh. That is good. Give Albed potions, and we need a lot of Albed potions. Don't tase me, bro. extremely rude. Tonk. I'm bringing Orin last to give everyone else some XP first. Orin, go for the steal.
As you wish.
Grenade. Ooh.
That's how it's done.
I need no grenades. Lulu and Yuna still played. Probably check everybody's weapons. It's been a while since I've upgraded anybody. Ice Strike and Water Strike. Maybe not on the, like, Icy Mountain. Probably don't want Ice Strike. You know? Hold on to this guy. It's gonna matter soon-ish. Nope. Rematch, we definitely still want. This, I think we still want lightning proof. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess the problem then, Sean, is that it encourages you to bring out all of your units in every battle, which is fine. Okay, can do that, but it gets kind of stressful when you have to do that every single battle to be effective, right? Right, exactly. I do like that they make switching so easy, though. It's one of those, like, there's nothing wrong with the idea in principle. In fact, the idea in principle is actually a good one. But it leads to problems when players try to optimize. This is actually the same issue I was talking about earlier with MMOs. Try to let hardcore players and casual players keep up with each other by adding dailies into the game where you can make significant progress by just logging in once a day. It seems great in theory, but in practice it means that everyone feels like they're required to log in every day. And it becomes more addictive, more punishing to people who can't log in regularly. Yeah, the equipment's a little bit on the weak side in this game, I would agree. Haste. It's something you wouldn't usually expect as a game designer to have to prepare for, the lunatic fringe, so to speak, that feels like they have to optimize all the time. But it is a downside. Ooh, maybe just short of killing that thing before it self-destructs, with Kimahri anyway. We'll need to capture one of them though, so... Try using a cheer to get his damage up. I'm gonna get a couple of people who have access to that. Yeah, the specific weapon is fine. I guess they could have had shared armors. Easier to build your characters the way you want to. Good night, Camian. Thanks for hanging out. Good seeing you. Ow. See, Orin, do you have cheer? It's true, Kami. Great. No, I hear you. Let's bring in Riku. She'll use a bed potion. Ooh, okay. We were really close to not killing that thing in the third hit. Yeah, instead of it just being, oh, I can only use this on one person. Yeah, no, I hear your point on that, Sean. That makes sense. Actually, let's do Titus. He's further from being about to be dead. Waka. He'll be fine. You got this, Kimahri. I believe in you. Believe in anything called Kimahri? Kimahri's hasted, right? I thought so. Get rid of that mug action. Alright. That's what we want to see. Yeah. They give it to you pretty late in the game. Like, you don't get weapon customization until Guado Salam. Making it so focused on items you can find makes it really hard to keep up with it. Because I don't know how they would have done it differently. Give it to you a little earlier. I guess part of that problem too is they have it so that the resource that you use to create new items competes with the resource you use to teach your Aeon's abilities. Maybe they shouldn't have gone that direction. It's less interesting when all the weapons, it's like, oh, okay, this weapon has a really cool effect, like this is the blood sword or whatever. And it's neat because it drains health from the enemy when I hit them, but it's not as strong numbers-wise than the Excalibur, so I'm never going to use the blood sword. So I think removing a statistical component from the items, I agree, was a really cool idea. I'd like to see more of that. Waka forward. Kimahri is not far ahead of him. What's his ability they're hitting to? Is it that thing that gives him triple foul? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Triple foul inflicts them with all 3 status effects, I believe. Our way towards regen. Yeah, exactly. Being able to remove it would have been cool too. I agree, Kupo. Yeah. Maybe you make the enhancement and then you can socket it into things and take it back out if you change your mind later. I think that would have been a good solution. Very good solution. Alright, we're on Mount Gagazet and Lulu finally has level 2 magic. Man, we have a dearth of ethers. You're a dearth of ethers. We have significantly fewer ethers than I would like to have in this game. Beginning is a good system, I think, though.
These mark the graves of summoners and guardians who failed.
It's a shitty place to fail. So close to being done. Kind of a Mount Everest thing, though. I forgot to have Tidus in the party, but that's okay. Still keeping stride. Get rid of the 2 on this. Oops, nope. 2 on the sides. Kimahri, I'm gonna pass. These are really easy fights to get XP because you know you only need to use steel to win.
Let's end this.
So just sub everybody in and out until everyone's passed their turn once, and then we finish it off. No big deal.
So be it.
Summoners be slipping.
That's how it's done.
That's what they did in this one, is they removed stats entirely, which is what I liked.
Yuna, can you fight?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think anyone in chat here is talking about illusion of choice being a problem in Final Fantasy X system. It's that it's a cool idea, but it creates a problem where once you have equipped a cool ability onto a certain item, it's stuck on that item forever, so you feel compelled to wait until the very end of the game to equip any of your cool abilities instead of just crafting them and using them when you can. Since once you use those items to set it up, it's gone forever. And that's the sucky part, I think. Yep. Well, it is true that there will always be an optimized path. I'm trying to think of a game that has interesting choices. There isn't always a correct option. I guess Diablo is kind of getting there, where, I mean, there's still a correct option, but there's a second level below, like, the hardest of the hardcore spike player that needs to win no matter what and has to use the most effective build. If you step, like, one tier below that crazy person, you have the person that wants to be effective enough to play the game and have a good time, and be somewhat competitive. I think Diablo 3 has reached the point where they have multiple builds that are kind of competitive with each other, but there's still one above that that's like, this is clearly the correct choice, and you're never going to top this if you're really at the bleeding edge. So I think it's that level right below Lunatic Fringe where, yes, there's always going to be this Lunatic Fringe, absolutely optimized choices and illusion. Let's try to, market to the people right below that where most spells are somewhat useful, they're a little bit competitive with each other, there's not always one completely clear choice every time. Some games are better and worse with that. Like, what's the game? Final Fantasy V has a problem. As much as I love that game, a whole bunch of the jobs in that game are they're trash. They're just not even worth doing, even if you wanted to play as them for fun, flavor reasons. They're so bad compared to the other jobs, you shouldn't touch them. They don't get good abilities, they're not useful. Drain? Ooh. It's a long 4 nodes to get Drain? No, thank you. I'll move. Yeah, so Final Fantasy XI did this, right? Final Fantasy XI lets you have 2 jobs. You had your main job and your sub-job. It was a really cool system, because in theory, if there were 20 jobs in the game, then there's tons of different combinations of job/sub-job. But at the end of the day, 98% of those selections were horrible. They were unviable. Even just to enjoy the game, not even to just have a good time. Like, if you were a ninja/summoner, you were garbage. You could not play the game as a ninja summoner. Even though that's a cool idea, like, who doesn't want to be a ninja who summons shit? It was too bad. That's true, Sean. I guess I could use the black magic sphere to trigger it for her, though. But even if... I agree fundamentally with Kami that even if you found a way to balance all of the sub-job combinations so that every sub-job is viable, there will still be one correct sub-job to select for the Lunatic Fringe, the crazy people that want to be as optimal as humanly possible. It's just because that's true doesn't mean you shouldn't try to get it to the one tier below the Lunatic Fringe where the other ones are still interesting and somewhat competitive.
I hope you are well. I wonder how old you are. Now that you're watching this sphere, you must be very beautiful, like your mother. I wish I could see you.
I like these Braska spheres.
Oh, by the way, Jekt and Orin send their regards.
You get a lot of insight into Jekt and Orin's
So far,
characters.
our journey has been very entertaining. Of course, it is a hard journey, but I have no regrets. It is the path I have chosen. Yuna, when you have grown, you will have to find your own path. Do what you must do, the way you want to do it.
You a little cold there, Jekt?
Doors will always open themselves to those who do. Listen close, Yuna. Your future is yours to make. Live the way you want to. Whatever way that may be, you have your father's full support. Yuna, I will always be with you.
Yukupo, you raise a good point. Leon's on in chat. So we talk about this with Magic the Gathering, right? In Magic, there are cards that are printed for that game that are bad by design. They must be bad, because part of the fun of Magic is playing the game and figuring out, oh, this card is bad. This is why it's bad. It's not worth the cost compared to this other card that costs the same amount and does this thing that's better. I think you've absolutely hit the nail on the head. It is cathartic for a player to realize what the optimal path is. And some people take a shortcut and they Google, you know, what's the best build for X game. And that's kind of a bummer. It'd be cooler if they figured it out on their own. Usually what I'll do, like with a season of Diablo, is I will just play the game for fun and try to figure out what the best skills are, and then inevitably at the end of the season I Google what the optimal build was. And it's usually pretty close to whatever I put together, which should be what most players experience if they're not Googling it ahead of time. That's kind of neat though, to be like, to get that sense of camaraderie with other players that, yeah, this was the best strategy. I can have Yuna come in and steal. Let's do that. Heroes never get cold. Yeah. They don't get cold until the story calls for them to get cold. I'm actually okay with that though. It's usually my rule as a dungeon master in D&D, like, players aren't hungry unless if the story calls for them to be hungry. You don't have to worry about the temperature unless if it matters for some reason.
Why not?
Don't worry about ammo unless this for story reasons. Surprise, you have no ammo.
So that means
Many have become fiends, and they may want Yuna's company.
Oh man, that's pretty dark.
well, Yuna will be fine.
You're right.
Let's get Titus in here and flee out of here. Hey, Flarewing, I just saw your email. How did you get... I'll ask you questions off stream. I like your formatting on the schedule better, and I don't know how you got the line breaks to work that way unless if Twitch changed something. It used to be you could only have a maximum of 3, like, lines like that before it would stop working. If you want to send me your, what is it, markup? Markdown? Whatever they call it on Twitch. I might just steal that, thank you. Let's haste him. What's that, Mega Man? No, I don't think I have. Marked down, that's it. Oh, cool. Thanks, Farming. I just looked at the page. I will try to implement that. Something like it. Let's see. I think I'm gonna haste and then switch. Hi Ben. Cat hype, bottom right corner. I'm gonna run a little bit over time because I gotta get to the next save point, and it's a little ways away from where we are right now. See if I can sleep this thing. Yeah, he added it on there to demonstrate the change he was suggesting to my schedule format. Oh, yes, Ben. He's so soft and furry. How soft and furry are you, Ben? He's like, I don't care. Feed me again. My name is Ben and I'm always hungry. Tending bracer. That might actually be an upgrade for wearing. Yeah, stone proof and poison proof? I will take it. It's a flat upgrade. Best kind of upgrade. Thank you, Flarewing, for looking into that. I appreciate that. Actually, somebody else is working on shrinking the panels. The artist I commissioned was a little confused on Twitch's requirements for the panel size. No, I don't. Okay. When's the last time you streamed, Flaring? You have to let me know next time you're doing an FF6 speedrun. It'd be fun to tune in. That edit, though, is exactly why someone in chat was recommending earlier that I add a full list of all the games I've beaten on stream directly onto Twitch. I really want to compact that space as much as possible. So if you guys see an area in those panels at the bottom of my stream that you think could be cut or compacted in some way, with minimal off-site linking if I can help it, I think it is good to have as much information actually printed there as possible. And I would welcome that sort of feedback. 2 years ago. That's Nidhogg. And let's have Oren's dismantle this robot. Not so friendly robot. Yeah, I agree, Flarewing.
That's how it's done.
I kept like trying to convert HTML into Markdown, and it was never doing what I wanted it to do. Okay. Go up, I think we do here. I've tried to pare it down a few times, Kami. I'm not up in. I just scrolled up and read it, Mega Man. That's awesome. Let's just steal a whole bunch here. I'll get to that save point around the bend. I wish at least the people that are in the battle at the end of the battle get XP whether they've acted or not. Be nice. Wait. Already lost. There are no items to port around in this game. I guess I have to deal with the encounter appearing, but because of Tidus and Flea, I can avoid every encounter, even if we get ambushed, so... Alright. Oh, I think I have to go down from here. That'd be nice. Wait. Wait. That's the way I came away from it. These ones I'm not going to flee from because they're so easy to steal from everything. Yeah, exactly, Sean. I guess that should be a step in playtesting, ideally, where you watch players like
Father, give me strength.
ultra optimize your game, and then wait, I didn't do that. There we go. You try to just build whatever their optimization is into your engine directly. So if people just like switch out their units and have them defend until everyone gets experience, just give everybody experience automatically. You know. Later, Pockets. Thanks for hanging out.
Not much has changed in 10 years.
Nice meeting you. Catch you next time. Hey, Ben. Buddy.
Greetings, Lady Yuna. My name is
It's
Watts.
Awaka's brother, right?
We have met several times before, right?
Never
Not
talked to
running
us,
today?
though. He's always running away from us, dropping
I have
stuff.
to carry on my brother's business. You've met him, I think. Owaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Wait, you're that guy's brother?
Oh, yes, Ben.
My brother wanted to come help Lady Yuna, but the temple imprisoned him for helping traitors.
They imprisoned him because of us?
He doesn't regret it, though. In fact, he told me, before they took him, "Don't worry about me, just go help Lady Yuna."
But why would your brother do this for us?
Well, hey, this isn't the time for talking. There's dealing to be done.
That is a good question.
Welcome to Owaka's.
What's his deal in this? Conductor would be nice if we had 90,000 kill. Actually, all of these are quite good. Better than some of the stuff we found up to this point. Not good enough, though, to demand a purchase, I don't think. None of them make me go, oh my god, I have to have that.
I will be sure to keep your brother in my prayers.
He's doing the same for you, Lady Yuna.
Thanks.
Right, Sean?
Welcome to...
He's not even a main character. He doesn't have the JRPG excuse, like, oh, that's just their costume. Blessing Ring is the one that gives you a bunch of extra HP, I guess. I think we'll be okay in that boss fight. Famous last words. Keep looking at Chrono down there in the corner. He's about to fall off my wall. He's holding on by a thread. Prevent zombie. Right. I hope to get through that fight without... Well, I'm probably going to have to run around and build up everybody's Aeons. Maybe I should just start doing that. I'll do that next time. This is present Marstead delivering a very specially delivered fuck you to future Marstead. You can remind future Marstead when he's all pissed off at me, past Marstead, for not filling up everyone's overdrive meters. Yeah, the materia system from FF7 was very smart. It itself had issues. It would have benefited from a little bit more iteration, but it was a cool idea. My biggest issue with the materia system, I think, is that materia leveled up way too slowly. You didn't actually start seeing materia gain even a single level until probably the start of Disc 2, which was too bad. It encouraged you to not cast spells as much. That's not a problem with the materia system, that's just a problem with the numbers tweaking that they did with it. Alright, let's get dangerous. Thanks guys for hanging out. Good times as always. So heads up what's coming up for the rest of this week. Tomorrow is our free play days. We're doing Mario Maker from noon to 3 and Smash Brothers from 3 to 6. At the moment, there's not going to be any Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes or anything else on Wednesdays. We're going to try to find some other time to fit in Triforce Heroes and Final Fantasy XIV, probably like a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon deal. I will update the schedule with that as soon as it is confirmed. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW. Thursday is going to be Mass Effect Valkyria Chronicles, and our sub-block is going to feature Xenosaga from Cappy and Legend of the Mystical Ninja from Dieter. Friday continues our focus on Legend of Zelda. We're going to be beating Wind Waker, almost certainly, and then starting up Phantom Hourglass. Expect some Zelda Triforce Heroes this Saturday, with possibly some Final Fantasy XIV next Saturday, but I still need to confirm that scheduling off stream. So I'll let you know when it's for sure. I'll put it in the area below the stream. And then next week, of course, there'll be some more Zelda, Final Fantasy X, Metroid Prime, Mass Effect 3, Valkyria Chronicles, and Undertale. Andrea is going to be out of town at the Fermi Symposium for the experiment that she works on. So I'm going to use some of that extra time. You know, I try not to stream too much over the time she gets home to stream. So I will use one of the days next week to just play Undertale from noon until whenever I beat it. It'll probably be more like 7 or 8 hours, but we'll go a little bit late one day next week. Keep an eye on the schedule, and we'll see then. I continue to encourage y'all to vote on the next game we're going to play. This voting spreadsheet's going to become more and more critical as we start to pare down the schedule in the weeks ahead. I'm going to try to phase out games that aren't from the voting spreadsheet other than Zelda, you know, other than our focus day and our free play day. So check that spreadsheet, spend your sphere points, !SP to check your sphere point count, put in the command for the game you want to vote for. Thanks again to Yukupo for subscribing today on Patreon. We really appreciate that. Subscriptions are going to let me continue streaming even after I get a new job, after my wife and I move. So everyone who's subscribing on Patreon, thank you all so much for making this happen. If you're unable to subscribe, just thanks for watching. Even if you're just lurking, don't even need to talk and chat, just being around. Really appreciate it. Everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Actually, let me, before I sign off, let me find someone who's playing Final Fantasy X, so we can give them a teensy bit of a boost here. 1 second. Final Fantasy X. Let's go with Blackthorn. Here is their channel link.